What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the show. I have a very special review for you guys today. As you can see, we are in the brand new Dodge Ram TRX. Now, if you don't know, this is Dodge's all-new Dodge Ram. This is the Hellcat version of the Ram. That's right, they stuck the 700 horsepower Hellcat engine into the Ram and made it absolutely insane. We have some features on this Dodge Ram that you have never seen before, and it is all new for the 2021 Dodge Ram TRX. We have new interior features, exterior features that you have never seen on a truck before, so I am so excited to show you guys this vehicle today. This vehicle is so rare. This is actually one of the first ones in Canada, I believe, and it's just absolutely mind-blowing. I've never seen this in a truck before. Not the Dodge Ram SRT10, not the Ford Raptor, not the, I think the Chevy, what is it? The Yanko Chevy Silverado. I've never seen it before, so we have some really crazy things that I'm really excited to share with you guys. But with that being said, let's get right into the review. I'm gonna start on the exterior, and then I'm gonna work my way into the interior, and then we're gonna go on a drive. If you guys haven't already, and you enjoy this type of content, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and let's get right into it. So first off, you can see that we have the all-new TRX key. We have never had a specialty key for a Dodge Ram before, so that is super cool. But then just look at this thing. You can see it compared to my 2018 Jeep SRT, just how big it actually is. From my understanding, they actually widened the whole vehicle, so they had to put these 3 front lights because it's just too wide. So I think it's to do with like commercial vehicle standards or something along those lines. But you can see how girthy it is. Girth Nation, Stradman, from this angle here. You can see we have the all-new Ram grille at the front. It's all a really nice satin black. And you can see that there's actually not a single piece of chrome on this vehicle. It's all blacked out, and it's so nice. So for North American vehicle regulations, the wheel cannot stick out past the fender, so they had to slap this big fender onto the vehicle. But it looks really good. I like the girth from it. We also have the functional side vents. These aren't just like the fake plastic vents that you would get in any other truck. They're actually functional, which is kind of expected on the price tag of $130,000 to $140,000. We got 2 tow bars on the front here. And then as we come to the side, you can see that we have a really nice step panel. It's really solid, and it looks pretty good. Now, as we move to the hood, you can see we have the TRX logo right on the hood. This is right where the supercharger is. And then we have the 6.2 liter supercharged badge because this is a 6.2 liter supercharged V8 Hemi. It's the exact same one, like I said, in the standard Hellcat. Now, as we move to the back, you can see we have the all-new Ram bar for this Dodge Ram. This is a really cool option that you can put on the vehicle. We have the spare tire in the back, which is super badass. Then we have the TRX branding kit on this vehicle as well. And then we have these thick, super expensive tires. Now, I forget what these rims are called, but I know they are very expensive. If you know what they are, leave it down in the comments below, because I forget what they are, but I know they're really expensive. And then we have Bilstein Performance shocks in the back. This thing is just fully decked out. It's ready to go anywhere, anytime. Now, at the very back of the Dodge Ram TRX, you can see we have more branding, and then we have these 2 amazing exhaust pipes. This vehicle sounds so good. I'll get a start up for you guys. Then we have this cool gas cap. It's perfectly circular, which you don't see in too many gas caps anymore, but they did bring back this look. I really like it. Pretty cool. Now, when it comes to the Trackhawk, or when it comes to any Hellcat, the interior quality I find is pretty cheap for that $100,000 to $120,000 price range. But the new Ram TRX has one of the most amazing interiors in any truck ever built. Everywhere you look is just high quality material. You're not gonna find anything cheap in this vehicle. So we're gonna start off with the steering wheel, and let me tell you, is this one of the nicest steering wheels I have ever felt in my life. So you can see that we have a genuine leather with red stitching all around the steering wheel, and then we go to the bottom and the top, and we have a suede wrapped steering wheel as well. This is exactly what they use on the standard Challenger Hellcat, except this is just a much nicer steering wheel. It's not as thick, which is really nice as well, but it's really comfortable to grab, and you could, you know, go on your long road trips or take it to the drag strip, off-road the thing, whatever you want. Now, one of my most favorite features of this steering wheel is the paddles. I think this is what they should do on all of the Hellcats and SRTs coming up, is put a full paddle. Now, while it still is a full paddle, we still have the volume control and the channel control on the back of the steering wheel. Check it out. So you can see we have the paddle that goes all the way around the wheel, but we still have the volume control on each side, which is absolutely sick. I wish that I had it on my Jeep SRT, but hopefully in the future they incorporate this to the Trackhawks and all the SRTs. Now, as we move to the right, we have the massive touchscreen display. Let's start this thing up and I'll show you guys. Oh, does that sound good? Okay, so you can see we have all the different drive modes, but honestly, I've never seen a screen as amazing as this one. I know in the standard Rams, you can incorporate this screen for, I think, about $10,000 or $11,000 extra, which is absolutely insane, but I believe it comes standard in the TRX. This is bigger than any iPad I've ever seen. This is just the perfect infotainment system. And so you can see we have the controls, we got climate as well, and look how fast it works. It's not like those older Dodge Rams and Jeeps where it's really laggy. It's all such a good system. It all comes up right away. One of the best systems in any modern day vehicle. Now, as we move down, you can see we finally have a perfect gear lever. We don't have any more of those levers or the weird electronic gear levers. We have a normal gear lever that perfectly works. Finally, they have just said screw it, and they haven't, you know, went crazy and tried to put some, you know, weird technology. They haven't tried to make some weird design with their shift lever. They have just put the regular one in. I have this one in my Jeep SRT too, and it works perfect. Now, as we go down, you can see we have the TRX branding logo. Super cool. You can see that we have the VIN of the vehicle, the horsepower, 702 horsepower, and a 6.2 liter supercharged Hemi. You can see where it's built exactly and how much boost it has. You can actually see, look, I never noticed that. Try to focus it here. You can see that it has 11 PSI of boost, which I've never seen that on a vehicle before, but that is still pretty dang cool. Now, as we move up, you can see we have all the controls for the panoramic sunroof, which you don't see too much in trucks, which is absolutely insane. And then moving up, we have an electronic rear view mirror. Now let's talk the quality of the interior for the new Ram TRX. You can see that it's wrapped with leather all the way around. The seats are leather, the door panels are leather, and then we have a nice Alcantara for the center armrest, which is really nice. It feels really good. And then we have some cup holders back here, wrapped in carbon fiber weave. And then this whole center area is all leather wrapped. There is some plastics, but it feels like it's actually good quality. It's not that cheap stuff that they used to use. You can see we have more carbon fiber weave, more Alcantara, and more leather to the left. Really nice blacked out chrome door hinges or door handles as well. Harman Kardon sound system throughout the whole vehicle. This thing is absolutely loaded to the max, and that kind of justifies the $130,000 price tag. It didn't spare any expense when it comes to the new Ram TRX. It's absolutely insane. It really goes without saying, this is the best new truck on sale today. Not only do you have the luxury and the looks from the outside, you have the performance of exotic supercars. This thing could smoke a lot of the older gen Lamborghinis and Ferraris, which is absolutely mind-blowing that Dodge decided to put a 702 horsepower, 11 PSI vehicle of boost in a Dodge Ram. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. If you open up the center console, where is it? Yes, right here. It actually shows you how big this vehicle is compared to an actual T-Rex. Check it out. So you can see the TRX and then a human and then the actual T-Rex, and that's the T-Rex chasing down a Velociraptor, which is a poke at Ford because they obviously make the Ford Raptor. Now, under the center armrest as well, we have a bunch of calculations for, it says math? I don't know why they did this, but if you guys are in the middle of the desert with no cell service and you need some quick maths, here you go. So now let's take it on a quick drive. Now, I'm used to driving my Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT, which is a relatively small vehicle compared to this thing. I know my Jeep's actually pretty big, but in compared to this thing, it is tiny. I guess that's why they called it the TRX. So when you look out your rear view mirrors, you see just how big these body lines actually are. It looks like you're driving a dually, to be honest. Also, there's only 38 kilometers on this thing, so I need to be very careful. It is kind of nerve-wracking to drive, as this thing costs about 130,000 Canadian dollars. What's really great about this vehicle is it comes off-road ready right from the factory. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of different options in the aftermarket you can get for this thing. But honestly, it comes pretty ready when you buy it right from the dealer. Now, you really do feel like you're driving a big vehicle, but for those of you that have driven trucks your whole life, I think this will be a pretty easy drive for you. I've been driving small Mercedes pretty much since I got my license and that Jeep SRT, so that's what I'm kind of used to driving. But this thing is actually, it's a big feeling vehicle from what I can feel. I feel like I have to take corners super wide or else I'm gonna scratch something. Wow. I don't know if I'm just overcompensating, but yeah, there's this thing has some girth for sure. Now, when it comes to the comfortability aspect of this vehicle, it's actually pretty comfortable to drive. It rides well. Now, the turn radius on this vehicle is actually pretty good, considering that this vehicle is like 500 feet long and weighs about 7,000 pounds. This backup camera on this massive screen also comes in super handy. So yeah, you could definitely daily drive this thing. It's honestly a super comfortable ride, you know, considering that it's actually meant to be an off-road machine. But you could take this thing to the drag strip, take it to go get groceries, throw the kids in the back, go to the soccer games, hockey games, whatever you want. This thing can do it all. It's honestly the ultimate truck and daily driver. Now, if I had 140 grand to spend on a truck, it would be this one. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's review. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe button. It really helps me out, and we'll see you guys in the next one.